हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल अनबॉक्सिंग पावर पॉइंट। आज मैं आपको मॉर्फ ट्रांजिशन इफेक्ट के बारे में बताऊंगा। बिफोर आई स्टार्ट द मॉर्फ ट्रांजिशन इफेक्ट, देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स विच यू मस्ट रिमेंबर। द फर्स्ट इज टू क्रिएट द डुप्लीकेट ऑफ प्रीवियस स्लाइड while designing the slides using the morph effect. Second is number of slides do gets increased, but during a slideshow it will appear as if everything is happening on a single slide. लास्ट जो चीज़ आपको ध्यान में रखनी है, आपको जो फर्स्ट स्लाइड है उसको ही लास्ट स्लाइड भी यूज करना है। सो लेट्स बिगिन एंड डिजाइन अ स्लाइड यूजिंग द morph effect. तो ये तीन न्यू टीम मेंबर्स हैं एंड आई वांट टू इंट्रोड्यूस देम यूजिंग द morph transition effect. So first step is to create the duplicate of this. Right click the slide and click the duplicate. Next is let's delete the objects which I don't need. Now designing the slide is pure imagination. So what I am doing is I am designing a slide using the morph effect. As you can see, there are three pictures and I will first convert this into a 3D image. 3D effect I will give to these three pictures. How to do this? You can watch YouTube channels for converting a two-dimensional picture into a 3D shape. So right click, go to format picture. Under effect option, let's give a depth of say 35 points and let me rotate it to a certain angle. Let's select preset and let's tilt it further. Now this is my first picture. I will give the same three-dimensional effect to the other two pictures as well. Select this, go to format painter, simply click on the next slide. Then again use the format painter and convert this into a 3D shape. Now let's place this picture at a certain corner of the slide. So what I am doing, I am simply designing this. Right click, let me bring it to front. Let's place it over the first picture. I'm not keeping exactly over the first one so that it really gives a realistic effect. Let's bring this as well to front and place it over the second image. Now let me take a rectangular shape. Why I am using this? This will act as a base for these pictures. So this is a rectangular shape and let's fill it with a blue color. Let me send this to back. So you can see I have converted three images into a 3D shape and given a base to this particular slide. Now let's design. This is the first slide. So once you will move from the first to next, this will appear, and then let's create a duplicate of this and introduce the first team member. So how to do this? I want that when I move from this slide to this particular slide, the first member should be introduced, the new team member. Let's change the preset, no rotation. So this is the first new member and let's say his name is Avinash. You can write a brief description about this as well, this new member if you want to add. So this is the first member. Let me increase the font size also so that it's clearly visible. Now this is the first new member and I have introduced this particular man, that is Avinash, using the morph transition effect. Now let's introduce the second one. So create a duplicate of this. Now when I move from this to this particular slide, what I want that the first introduced member should move to this particular place. And again, let's change the angle of this particular picture. I want that when I move from previous slide to this slide, this should come here and his name should appear at this particular place and the second member should come into the picture. So let's again change the rotation of this and let's add a line also where we can keep adding the name of the new members at extreme right corner of the slide, right? So let's say the name of this man, the second person, is Rajiv. So now Rajiv is my second new member in the organization. Okay, hope you are understanding. This was the first slide, the second one, where I converted all the two-dimensional images into 3D, and I have kept all these three members at a certain corner of the slide. And when I move from this to this, first member will get introduced, then the second, and the first will move to this particular place. Right now, let's introduce the third one. Create a duplicate of previous. Now when I will move from this to this, I want this should come at this particular place. Let's again convert into a 3D shape and bring it to the front. Okay, so this is the second new member which I have already introduced in my previous slide, and this Rajiv will come to this place. And when I will move from this to this, the third new member should come into the picture. Let's again change the rotation of this, and let's say his name is Kapil. I'm creating a duplicate of this. Press Ctrl D to create the duplicate of any object, and his name is Kapil. Okay, once I have introduced all the three members, I want that after the complete introduction, this picture should come to this particular place. And let's change the design also. Let's change back to give a 3D effect to this particular image as well, and bring to front and keep it at the top of this. Now this is the third new member, and this almost completes our morph effect. As I told you, once you're done with your slide, you have to always create a duplicate of the first slide also and keep it at the last position. So I am moving this at the last, where my all the slides are completed. Let's move to the last of this. So simply drag this and place this at the last position. Once you're done with the slide, with the designing of your morph effect, with the designing of your slide, and next is we have to simply give the morph transition effect. So what I will do, I will select the second slide, press the shift button, press the last one, go to transition tab, and there we can see is the morph effect. Simply select this. Now you can see the morph effect is applied to all the slides. Now let's see what happens during the slideshow. Members, and then when I click, first it moves to the second slide, but in the slideshow you can see everything is happening on a single slide. So this is the beauty of the morph effect. The number of slides do gets increased, but during a slideshow it appears as if everything is happening on a single slide. Hope you have understood what is a morph effect. Keep watching for more such interesting videos. Subscribe my channel Unboxing PowerPoint. Thank you.